late into the show tonight, and it's exactly not my fault. Let me bring down my audio. It is crazy. Well, you already be asking what is the situation tonight. Well, I'm not exactly in a good mood tonight because it was crazy since morning trying to drive all the way from Ogun State down to Lagos, driving through Alakuko, Ajegunle, Abule Egba. Then by the time I was approaching, what's the name of that place called? Pleasure Ilepo, whatever the name of that bus stop is, that is presently being crazy with what's the name of that thing, that BRT lane they are currently creating, and then coupled with how the downfall drivers, Lagos taxi drivers are behaving. They blocked the highway. I had to turn back and find a way to go and pass through Agege. That one had this issue. It was locked down at some point. And then I was going through it again, and then subsequently, it was crazy, Eventually, we just thank God, yeah. Naturally, I even thought I was not going to have this show tonight, but somehow I just have to do it, because I just came in. I didn't even think at some point that I was going to get home at the time I would still be able to have this show. But, well, bless God, we're able to do it all the same. Well, at any rate, we're starting this show already. We're here, and then the point is that we're trying to discuss the dramas that we should expect in 2019 elections. Most of us already know what the dramas would be. There's no question about it. But I see your comments, so all of you that are yabbing me. I'm not a habitual latecomer. I went to try and find the daily bread, but then it turned out that from Ogun down here, I don't know if I remember to mention it last night that I was trying to get to Ogun State after the show last night. So I couldn't go last night anymore. So this morning I went. And after finishing whatever business I went to do, a small thing after all, getting back to Lagos was terrible. It's indeed terrible. And I'm sorry for people that go to Lagos and go every day to work and all that. Especially if you are the one driving, Driving through that place is always crazy. And that's why whenever I want to go, before I started this show, usually when I go like that, I'll come back, I'll wait till this time when the road is completely free. And then I'll start coming back. That's what I do. But since I started this show, I decided I don't want to, leave people asking questions, what is happening. So I decided, let me face the traffic and come home. And it's been exhausting. That's the word to use here. But I'm not too exhausted to talk, at least a little tonight. Please, pardon me, I beg. Pardon me, it's not intentional to come late to the show, on the show tonight. So as it stands now, we just want to look at the three major dramas. There can be more, right? But the three major ones that we should look out for in 2019 elections, and see how we are not just discussing the three main things, we are also looking at the solutions to them, because that is what we should be doing. We should not just be complaining, right? We should be talking about the solutions to these problems. I'm sorry I may not be able to speak too loudly tonight because I'm even hungry as I speak with you right now. Hungry not because I don't have money to buy what I can eat. At least I can afford what I can eat, right? But sitting in the traffic and trying to navigate your way through is not easy in Lagos, And I don't know how to eat gala or all these things. I only know how to eat eba, fufu, swallow, and I could not get that in the traffic. And it was crazy. So I'm so sorry, yeah. Please manage the way my voice or volume comes tonight. I'm just trying to manage it. All right. So I'm talking about three dramas we should expect 2019 elections. So all of now really abuse me. Thank you, I don't hear you. Your turn will come soon. When we enter Lagos, traffic from Ogun State come Lagos, and you go get something really important to do. Your turn will come, Inshallah. Okay, now, so let's go straight to the point. Most of you already know these things. It's just to remind ourselves and to prepare ourselves for them. Number one drama to expect in 2019 election is this. So there's going to be vote buying, and talking about vote buying, it's not as if we don't already know that vote buying is already happening. At least we saw it in the last previous state elections. Even 2015, most of it was vote buying. Even though they sponsored propaganda for everybody to make it look as if we were tired of. Yeah, we were actually tired of the incumbents, but it wasn't as hard as, it wasn't as if all of the votes they got for President Muhammadu Buhari, the incumbents as we speak now, we are all genuine. No, it's not true. Most of it was also, money induced or influenced, votes. So we shouldn't be worrying ourselves about whether something is true or not. We all know what it is, right? And we also saw the same thing playing out in miniature, Ekiti. We saw it even on those states. Last time, Mimioko was trying to present his own candidate, and then the APC brought Akeredolu. Even though people were already tired of anything PDP in every state of the country, but then it didn't come naturally that they just won like that. They induced it with they induced voters with some other, unnatural things. So the unnatural things we should expect even more in 2019 are the things we are discussing. I already mentioned the first one, vote buying will happen again. But how do we curb vote buying? A question I want us to answer together. But I think that with the reorientations going on through social media and all these things we are currently doing, we are already making more people aware that the 4,000, 5,000 naira they are giving them is not going to give them the right future they need. Yes. So that is one way of curbing vote buying in 2019. A lot of people will just say, no, we don't just want the money. Don't worry, let me vote my conscience. But how many people? So we need to curb vote buying. If we cannot prevent them from buying votes, we can prevent people from selling their votes. That is where the reorientation of people will come in. And we have a lot of work to do to capture as many millions of voters ahead of 2019. That's what I'm saying. Now, having said that, you see, vote buying can also be mitigated by the way all of us decide to say, okay, if you have secret recording gadgets, or if you have enough media presence covering nearly everywhere, which is almost impossible though, but we can also make them know that they are being covered. Okay, so if people know that they are being recorded while they are paying or inducing voters, most of them will withdraw or most likely not do it. Okay, that's number one, vote buying. And on to number two now. Number two is subtle intimidations. There will be intimidations. Let's not make mistake. There will be intimidations. All right? There will be intimidations. There will be intimidations. And when I say intimidation, we mean that they are definitely going to heavily militarize it. The election will be heavily militarized, and not just militarized. They will also bring in talks to intimidate people. And you know, thugs they'll buy codeine for these thugs, 200 naira, 300 naira, and still give them 225 or 3,000 to man every polling unit. And once they do this for people, let me tell you what will happen. These guys don't, because they don't have any other life now, touts who don't have any reorientation. That is, if you have not reorientated as many of them as possible ahead of 2019. The next thing they would then do would be to stand from morning till night, you know, looking so dreadful and all that. And if you are not strong enough, if you are this butter person, you might feel intimidated already, even even without coming close to you. Looking at them and their red eyes from distance, and the way they are just, you know, acting as if, you know, you may feel intimidated, but don't be intimidated. They are prepared, they have been wired or programmed like that to come and harass people and make them feel intimidated. But don't just get intimidated. Stand your own. Like, I'm here for my vote. It's not your vote, it's my vote. And I'm here to see the outcome. Don't I have right anymore? Aha. So they are not militarizing the election to make it free and fair. They are militarizing it to protect their thugs too. So we should have it at the back of our mind that if you are really taking this thing back, we'll be aware of their antics and prepare for it ahead, so that when you see it, you already know how, you know what you are trying to do. It's psychology, trying to make us feel intimidated so that we don't wait to vote after accreditation, or we don't even want to come near, because there are some posh people who say, I don't want to go near where they are doing that voting, Jari. If you see the guys that are there, they are just touts. They were planted there, and you also have a stake in that election. So go out and vote. Don't let any red-eyed boy, we don't even reach your age because he smoke or drink, can't they harass you. Don't allow it. And the third thing we should expect in 2019 election is something most of you also already know. And I'm not just going to display it, I'll also put a video to demonstrate it. And this one is called mass thumb printing. So there will be mass thumb printing, which in Yoruba I call Ojoro voting, in 2019. But I'm not going to give you answer or solution immediately to this one. What I'm just going to say instead is that all now deliberate on it. How do we check Ojoro voting in 2019? So I want you to see this video.
akwai ɗaya ana ya zan yi hankali ya Ibrahim karka abu nan ba kai ma kana ba wani wurin miliyan biya ka sauke ma ya rina mutane kowa da Allah ku yi hakuri ko karka faɗa Lamido ko ya hakuri karka yi magana ya isa kai ma ku yi hakuri mana ya hakuri a'a ya hakuri yasa ba sun faɗa muku bane ba da nawa ne a dare ne lissafi da dan majalisar da ina da guda nawa ka rubuta 60
Anyways, let's not beat the issue. These things happen, and it's not the first time. So, my people, and I'm not talking like that Imo State's statue erector. All right. So, you see, I'm reading funny comments. Stephen Kranz, well done, eh? I see you. Well done, eh? Okay. Now that will be a solution, Shay. I hear you. God help us. All right, let's go ahead. So one of the ways we can actually check mass thumbprinting or juror voting is everybody being alert, knowing the total number of accredited voters, and also knowing the total number of votes expected at the outcome. It doesn't end there. You also know the outcome at the end of the day, so that they are not going to add some strange votes that you don't know where they come from to what you have at your unit. And there's also more work for the polling agents to be mentally alert 24/7. All right. Then, having said that, you want to also find a way to ensure that by the time they transmit the results to the headquarters, it hasn't changed. Okay? So you have to be digitally upright and also physically diligent. Those two things are very important on election day. You may not do it the day after election, the week after election, but that day or even that week, make sure it is what you want to use your life to protect. It's very important. Having said that, that is one of the ways I can personally, suggest that we can check the problem number 3 or the number 3 drama that we expect to happen in 2019. So while we are talking to people and reorientating them to change the direction of their vote, we must also make sure that these things are also provided for in our strategies. All right? I don't want to talk too much tonight because I don't want it to be about myself. As a result, let me hear you. Thank you so much. All of you that are yabbing me, it's not my fault. And I'm not trying to destroy my apology with excuse. I'm sorry, I will just apologize. Now Lagos, Now Lagos Ogun Road. Now and I'll make sure that I guide against this in future. Going to Ogun State on any day, and that I know that I will not come back. Or naturally, I didn't even want to come back this evening. But when I checked that my Smile network is not working there, I have to say, I'll hurry back to Lagos so that I can have your show. That's why I came back. So let's go on. Thank you. Tokpe. Abeke said echo, but I hope the echo has gone now. Oladimeji find they say, Segun waiting now, no be I beg you, I don't beg when I beg. Moses Abe, Segun, you're welcome, good to see you again. Thank you, Moses. Idris Mustafa, hello. Mark Iyamus, I beg, make una leave this guy alone. They have right to also complain though. But I did so, man. No be me they talk. I don't exhaust. But God did. That you in Lagos Ogun Road. They even come, I don't understand though. I'm sorry. Say when person don't know something, you go ask. Why somebody did try cross that road we no even reach us to pass before? They can't cut time again for middle, for your own BRT. So that by the time that BRT begin operation, even finish, we no go fit enter that lane, walk or go. You can't carve the road so they how many road federal government make am before? You can't narrow am again. So that we will come dey manage one angle. I don't know whether na only me dey like that, we dey think like that, but since all of una don't accept am, we dey go with am like that. But it's funny. Banjoshi say, hey Segun, how was a late night travel to Ogun State? I didn't go eventually last night. I went this morning. And I'm just returning and it's crazy. It's crazy. Edward, it was a good evening to you, Oga Segun, my boss. I greet you, Edward. And I know the people that I know that bear Edward in my neighborhood, they get big head. Maybe that's why they call them Edward. Okay. All right, Idris Mustafa said, I always have headache. Anytime I'm in Lagos, I hate traffic. My brother. Now, let me say there are 3 things I hate in my life. Number 1, poverty. I'm not looking for too much riches, but I'm saying if I want something like I need this thing, I should be able to afford. That's why I hate poverty. That if I'm looking at something and I'm not unable to afford it, I hate that situation. That's why I hate poverty. Number 2 thing I hate in my life is traffic. I hate to be seeing where I'm going in my head. See where I'm going now. It should just be around 30 minutes now. And I'll just sit down inside the traffic. They look. I cannot move. Has it happened to you before that you are looking at a bridge ahead of you? That this is the bridge I'm going to. When I get to that bridge, I'm just turning to the right and I don't reach where they go. If they see the bridge and for more than 15 minutes, you don't reach that bridge. It don't ever happen to you before. I hate traffic because I hate to be seeing where I'm going and not able to reach there. The number 3 thing I hate most in my life is mosquito. Oh no, I hate disturbance when I want to sleep. Like say, I get short time to rest. Mosquito constantly disturb you. Those are the 3 things I hate most in my life. So I hate traffic too, my brother. It's not only you. Henny Wanda said, I think you should have some rest. There's always another time. Well, we can always do short time. Sorry, short time sounds like those of you that do things like that, you know. We can always do short broadcast. Oh God. We can always do short period of interaction and then everybody goes to rest, right? It doesn't mean we should cancel the show outright. Okay? Idris say it sucks. Yeah, traffic sucks, man. Martins say INEC announces for 84 million voters today. My sister, more they watch now. Shall we date together? Idris Mustafa say, Martin, are you in Nigeria? You don't experience them before, ni? Or make it even day safe. Only God knows. Banjoshi, Segun, we know you have or our obligations. Do I understand this? It's all right. Okay, you mean, we know you have other obligations, you mean to say. Thank you so much. Makiyam, Segun, you dey try. I know saying that because of us, that's why you say you stay late. God bless you for the hard work. One love. Thank you so much, Makiyamu. I'm getting my tonic back because people are here to give me that support. Okay. Martin Zabeke say, Idris, no. Okay, you are not in Nigeria, yeah, but I'm sure that you must have been in Lagos before to have been able to testify to the wonders of traffic here. Idris Mustafa say, Martin, okay, now it's between the two of you now. Stephen Kran say, find a woman. Say, can you imagine? Will the woman carry me out of that traffic? Is that what we are saying? Is that what we are saying? Let me rush. Sheyi Banjo said, I think you should do your show every other day, 7 days a week without helping hand can be hard. Well done. Thank you so much. I'll consider it. Banjo says, situations like this is why you should get married soon. Yay, Jesus. Why is everybody pointing at marriage now? Waiting the happen. Who was the first person that thought about marriage itself? About woman? You should get a woman. Find a woman, Stephen Kranz and Banjoshi. The two of them are go like woman well. Alright, Idris Mustafa said, Martin, did INEC announce number of new voters? I'll check. I've been offline since because of Ogun State. There was no network on my radar, on my modem at all. Edward say APC say 55 million naira for presidential form. Let's not even talk about that one. We be say Mr. Integrity self claim say you no get money to buy her. We there together now. They claim say you no get money to buy her. Anyway, people don't already they respond to that one saying the son get power bike. And the son take fee afford power bike. His wife they afford millions of naira bag and his daughters. But anyways, that's not my issue. It's your own issues. Edward is 45 million now. We know, yeah, actually. 55 and 45 is insane, actually. This man seems you've changed the time for this program. I didn't change it, actually. It's just the traffic that affected my coming on tonight. What do you expect from a corrupt system? Well, Segun, please gather people. We go pay them to vote for AAC. Yay! Jesu. Oluwa mio. Idris say let's buy us. How many can you buy? How many? See the number 3 example where I give you, where people they mass print for somewhere, they can't go dump and join the one way all of them don't sweat vote. Imagine if I turn print 1,000 papers, only me, and they have machineries all over, printing 1,000 papers each. How do you beat 1,000 people? How do you get 1,000 people to first of all match that mass printing for each of the places where they get 1,000 votes with the mass print before I can talk about how to beat them? So now the work so guys do be that. They were given analysis on the registered voters and the previous PVC not collected, and you know, okay, you are responding to the person asking you how they got the whether they INEC announced new figures, right? Thanks, Segun Idris Mustafa. Thank you so much, Segun. Why would people involve in vote buying? You see, that is why we do selling votes, and the longer throat one will collect the money and sold their future. Well, that's why we need to reorientate people. Say, this money we collect, no, they change your future. Your future is more important than 4,000 or 5,000 naira. So all of us get work to do in that regard. That is say she will go buy another drone. How many drones you won't buy? For 774 local government areas. Anyway, whatever the case, if you won't buy. Alright. I think people don't yab me safe for here. Oh yeah, now let's go. Segun should need to have a lot of agents in every area. Yes, he has a lot of work to do and is actually trying, is working. Computerized voting. How does INEC agree to that? But ways to use fingerprint machine. Well, some people go read their thumb. But if you even read their thumb, no be the thumb printing machine they count the votes. Down now to just accredit you to vote. Alright? But what about those ones who don't even get accreditation? We just the thumb print from their room. Thousands. They can't go dump and join the one where you don't accredit before you vote. So we need to check all of those things. Alright? Online voting. I'm not sure Nigeria government wants to do online voting in 2019 at all. I'm not sure they are ready. Thank you, Stephen Kranz. Federal Worldwide Entertainment. Segun, how far? I think all the political parties should meet with INEC. They should know the number of all the politicians' polling station. Then camera should be allowed by all the parties. Yeah, let's push for it, actually. Let's push for it. Lord Lincoln. But I think they already released budgets for INEC. And they already know the things they are buying. I'm not sure they want to add any new thing like camera or other gadgets to it. Because they know what works for them. They are the incumbents. So it now behoves on the opposition or the people that are trying to, displace them and take power to improvise or make provision for how to make all these gadgets available. Nigeria only God. So we have works to do. Temitokpe say we need cameras. Absolutely, we need. If you can send cameras to, if every one of you that are commenting from abroad, send hidden camera gadgets to everybody, to at least one person in the polling unit in your village or in your community, your local community. They will work. All right. Drones that can fly across. Well, there are aviation rules. Number one. Number two is that, yeah, but for election day, aviation issues should not even come in. You know, that will be streaming, the drone will be streaming live, so that it's not as if, even if they shoot it down or do anything to it down, whatever it has captured is already online. Okay, that one works. But then what extent can each drone go? And are you guys willing to buy as many as possible for us to have here to cover, like, at least one drone can serve up to, but you know, drone also has its weakness. It has length of time you can stay in air. Okay, so drone will do part of its own work, especially in violent times or whatever time, but drone cannot come as down as close and be recording closely people that are doing irregularities. So we have to look at the weaknesses and, you know, strategize properly. Edward say all this Galagawa doing thumb printing have always lived in the boss. These ones don't have present neither future. They can be easily manipulated by the bad politicians. Of course, they were made like that by politicians themselves. Politicians made them to be like that so that they can be useful to them, and it's very unfortunate. But with working and providing solution and working towards it, we can always, you know, we can always redeem the situation from there. For me, it would have been so good if the elections were not happening at all at the same time in all the states. Well, I wish so too, actually, so that we can monitor state by state. No, Sahu, you say we need God-fearing person that have Christian heart, not person that carry fake news about God's servants like Showore. Don't let Showore people come after you. IK say Buhari is going to rig the election. Well, I don't know so, but we have to prepare to fight rigging. I'm not saying Buhari will rig. I'm saying we should prepare to fight against rigging, to prevent rigging. This is why all the old politicians will never do anything for Nigeria. Imagine after they have given you money, buying their vote from you, why will you expect them to do something for you? Of course, so you need to talk to your own people at your own grassroots area. All of us have works to do. Segun, you didn't mention stealing of ballot box. Well, that's why I mentioned, I don't know if the first one already covered it. Vote buying. They pay people to go and buy. Okay, yeah, maybe it's ballot snatching is not exactly usually. I mean, since the past 2 or 3 state elections we have witnessed in the country, ballot snatching has not been recurring as much. I think that one is going down. They have changed tactics to buying people's votes. All right, but we should not therefore preempt or foreclose that ballot snatching can happen. I agree with you. Yeah, that's number 4, so to say. What happened since all the days I can't see you online? Since all which days I've been online every day, except that last night I came late. Tonight also I came late for reasons I have apologized. I have explained and apologized for. Stop rubbing your face. Some of us don't like it. You forget millions are watching again. Please speak good English. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Let me start the proper language speaking right here, and I hope you already you have forgiven me that I was not speaking good English. I'm not even good at speaking English language. And I'm also trying to mix it for the mixed audience. All right. Thank you, Adebisi Banjo. No, Sahu, you say this is the time a true young Christian must rule. Is it about religion? I think that's another argument we need to begin to think about. It isn't exactly about religion. It's about who wants to do the real work. We shouldn't be thinking religion, right? Okay. On to the next here. How you take no short time If you know the wrong come codedly, bad guys again, you know, I dey go shrine. I dey go fella shrine. Well, I mean, is it Femi shrine now? Femi, the New African shrine, I dey go. So I dey hear things. We dey go out sometimes. They hear wetin people they talk. Me, I'm a pastor, and I'll tell you my story about being a pastor. Since I was 19 years old, I had become an assistant pastor in Redeemed Christian Church of God at age 19. I'll tell you that full gist one day, right? Why can't the elections just play out in a week, having 6 states perform their elections in every day out of the week so that there will be proper monitoring of votes? That's another argument we should therefore channel. Everything should not necessarily happen in a day. We shouldn't have it happen exactly in a day. It can be spread. It can be spread across days. So there's no compulsion in nature. There's no compulsion in the law of nature that election must happen in a day. So since man makes law to suit man, law did not create man, man creates law. And man creates law to suit themselves in their different circumstances. So why should we not be able to modify our laws to accommodate all of us or to work for us? So we should be able to push for these laws or acts guiding electoral processes to be modified to suit situations like that. The narrowing of roads by government can only be done by governments that are not creative in policy or implementation. It's not Lagos government only, but virtually all arms of Nigerian government. It's sad. It's sad that the road is not even enough. They are now narrowing it to create 2 lanes in between for BRT. I don't know why this should be accepted by everybody, but it's looking as if I'm the only person that is thinking maybe that's not the way to go. If railway lines are working properly, trucks will not be on the road with us and blocking the road. Trucks will be on the railway. I mean, goods should be going on the rail, so that on the rail tracks, so that vehicles can move on the road. Besides, we also have waterways. If we improve on those things, many people will not even like to drive their cars. Like they would prefer to just go on the waters or go by train. If they are carrying goods, you go by train. But because other things are not functioning, everybody is on the road. And you are now still narrowing that road, cutting it again. Cutting 2 lanes out of about 4. You are now cutting 2 again for BRT. You now leave 1 narrow path. We will now start sharing that one again. Why we're sharing that one again? The downfall drivers who are driving public or commercial buses will still now be infringing on that narrow path again. And there are no last mile officials to curb this. Go to Alakuko, Kola, Kaso, Moshalashi bus stop, and then all the way down to Ijaye. It's crazy. And by the time you now get to, you are now approaching Pleasure, Ilepo, towards Yanokwaja, you will just give up. You just give up, naturally. Alright, I think I just read this one. Waiting they happen to you today, be like the journey tire you. The last 2 things you mentioned now, I hate pass with passion. Now make me no fit stay lag. It's crazy. You see, I hate traffic like, I don't know. That's why I don't drive every day. If it is not important business, I don't go out. I mean, I don't drive. But if it is something that I know, if I go now, by the time I'm coming back, if I see forecast that it's going to rain probably, and I don't want to go and stand, at the bus stop waiting for, I'll have to drive. Or if I know that by the time I'm coming back, you'll be late in the night, I'll drive. Or I want to go early and I'm carrying some things with me that I want to go and do, that I want to go and use, equipment, I'll definitely have to drive. But I don't like driving, especially in Lagos. Oh, guys, shut up, go and vote your pastor. That is to the person who was saying, pastor, they need a young Christian. Well, Where has Christianity taken this country to? It has not taken us anywhere. I can't remember any time somebody asked me whether I'm a Christian to give me free food. They want money. They want me to pay for service, not whether I'm a Christian. So I'm not sure religion will do anything for us in this country. The good Lord is your strength. Right on, bro. Thank you so much, Chijoke Agbo. Arinze Elechuku say, like play, you don't dey turn showrel. See how you dey nod head and make body gesture like am. Oh, they deceive on ourselves. This showrel people, you just dey try. I don't understand you now. Number 1, upload the number of registered voters. 2, record the result announcement from each center. 3, upload all the result website to the website that everyone can see. 4, display the results at each location center. Of course, God bless you. Olayinka Oluwatobi. Pion, 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 pion. Those are solutions. And I think we should begin to use this one and spread them. Let us share these things too much to everybody so that all of us can go. Sheon, stop insulting people you don't know. Who is Sheon who is insulting people here on my platform? Please, let's not do that. I don't like insults. Segun, do what you know how to do best. Please don't allow PDP and APC agents change the show. Yeah, but we are preparing our minds towards 2019. Segun, please, your real number needs to be given out on this your show. We all need it, please. Please, this guy stop yabbing much, guy. Segun, he deserve an accolade. Oh, let them yab me. My body take him. I know they worry. Adebisi Banjo, what's your problem? If you don't like his face, log out. No be like that now. Are you sure you can speak English more than him? Oh, me I know even sabi English in the first place, yeah, but I'm trying. Anyone that say I think finding an agent shouldn't be so hard for Showre. Yeah, there should be agents at every unit. Charlie Boy has the zone packed until all political parties have conducted their primaries. Of course, it should be as in fact in the first place. Who wants to? How many people even accepted the parts outcome, or how many people even accepted the process that parts laid down in the first place? So if it was acceptable, why did most of the aspirants quit at first? They quit because they didn't like it. It was not reasonable to most of them. All right. Fact is, rigging the 2019 election has already been perfected, but we can disrupt it. That's what we're saying. Drones now like $1,000 to $3,000. Yeah, buy them and send to us. We'll work with them. Trust us. For example, if buying something from you why will you expect me to give you my gain after we have done business? That explains the situation is in Nigeria. Do I really understand? Okay. Let me scroll. There's so many comments. Go local Segun Oladimeji Friday. I don't know what that means. Go local in the sense that I know that must have context, but I must have missed that context right now. Okay, let's go on. But I still doff my hat for you, Olayinka, over that comment that number 1, we should upload the number of registers. Everything that is happening face by face at your polling units, you can always snap and upload them. So that if it turns out not to be this corresponding with what they are reporting later, we can always raise alarm. Segun, you are just nobody and shout your mouth. Segun, you mean? Who is Segun on this platform that all of you are abusing? I don't understand. I'm going to hide these comments. Okay, Daudu Segun is the person you're talking about. That person is saying, I can see the comments truly. That person is talking some things that are not actually, that are uncouth to say to others. Mark Yamu say, you are right, Segun. We should not talk about religion. We are all one Nigeria. We stand for unity and we just need the right person in our country. Yes, exactly. That's what we're talking about. Segun, you have to block Nosa. Well, let's keep watching, right? We may not need to block immediately. Let's keep watching. People will just have to. Some people are aggressive. Some people are not also satisfied with the situation, but they have sentiment for one person or the other. Let us accommodate them and see how we can, like I said the previous show, that if I'm not able to unite all the aspirants, at least I might be able to unite their fans by letting them see what this one is doing, what this one is. All of them would, at least majority will get convinced for one person more than the other. So if you cannot unite all the aspirants, we can at least unite all the fans, at least majority of the fans. Okay, so I don't want to be blocking people. Let's go on. Lane's man in this century, well, I don't know. Now, religion spoiled this country. Exactly, it's one of the things that spoiled this country. You need a car. I actually have, but driving is tiring, especially in Lagos. It's tiring. Maki Yamu, if you want to give me another car, I don't mind though. If you want to give me, if you have a spare car, give me, because the one I'm driving is actually rickety, by the way. Alright guys, I'm a Christian and born again one for that matter. I'm here to see a true Christian that gets into power and actually perform. See our VP of Simbaju. Well, I'm not going to read that comment further, but they're on the display, right? Mind you, scheduling voting for a week also have its own disadvantages. That is right, because it gives them ample time to also influence other states if they know that they are not winning in some states. Now, religion spoiled this country. That's exactly what happened to traffic light. Traffic lights. Oh. There are some parts in Lagos where traffic lights work. There are some parts where the moment it rains, even for just 5 minutes, they will not work. And while it rains, you won't even see road traffic officials on the road. They'll just go out somewhere and be drinking shepe. Okay? Let's go on. That reminds me, Segun, okay, I think I read this. Makiyamu, you want to give me a car? I will appreciate it. Who be that Christian may we not know God, where him they serve, we don't know God, where they serve him pastor. I beg Segun, tell that person to go and read the Bible. Make you not talk to Shore for doing his job. Well, like I said, I was an assistant pastor at age 19. So I was a Bible scholar representing my parish at Redeemed Christian Church of God in Ogun State before I decided this is not working for me and I want to quit. All right, I'll tell you I'll take one day out and just tell the story why I quit going to church. I'm still a Christian, don't make mistake. I'm just not a churchian. I still go to church and I believe in the gospel of Christ, what they came to do. But all these business centers called churches today, I'm not sure Jesus will attend any of them if he were to be around now. If Jesus were to be around now, the question I ask myself is, which of these churches will Jesus himself attend? If I can't, and if I look at the church now and say, will Jesus attend this church for what they are doing here? The pastor is buying private jet up and down. Some pastors have as much as 2 or 3 or even 4 that you don't even know about. Will Jesus do it? Will Jesus be tasking people to be contributing money for him to build a missionary school that the members of the church who contributed the money through offering and all that, their tithe and whatever, cannot afford? If my answer is no, Jesus will not come here, then I will not enter it. That's me. I just developed that policy. I ask myself the question, will Jesus worship here? If my answer is no, I'll just not bother myself. So being a Christian is in practice, not in attendance of church. That's my conclusion. I need to insult that guy saying rubbish. Don't insult anybody. Leave them. They have right to their opinions. A lot of the find they say pidgin English. I do what I fit too. Sometimes I mix it, right? Because I'm sure that we have mixed audience, right? And very soon we are going to be mixing with local people too, because I'll go to local areas and tell people to be watching this show from local communities, so that once all of us are on this show, we'll be able to orientate more people that are coming online. Shall we keep up the good work? God bless you. Thank you, SA Kings. Let me move on. Segun, what part is SDP? What party is SDP? I think, I don't know if it is Social Democratic Party. You know, there used to be one SDP. I don't know if it's the same now, because I heard from another person today talking about SDP. And I think it's the same party during the time of MKO Abiola and the NRC of Tofa those days. Oh my, but my friends back home still tells me that somebody is working. I wonder what he is doing. But Sheiks, be sincere with us, is it working? You get as a B. See, Mr. Rinze, if you pay propaganda money to people, you are working. That is the country we are into. That's what I can say. That is say, look at who is talking about intellect. Well, I'm not going to enter that matter with you and Banjo. Good policy, Segun. Thank you so much. Rom Limited. Ese King says show all the way. Olisabuka, maybe Jesus Christ may attend some Catholic churches and even some genuine Protestant churches. Yes. If I see anyone, I look at the way they practice, I look at the way they live their lives, I look at their doctrines, and I ask myself the question, will Jesus come here? If I satisfy myself as to the response I give myself to that question, then I want to attend. But if I don't get satisfactory answer to it, there's no point. That's what I do. I'm aware that there are some churches currently that are trying to beat old doctrines that are subjecting people to, bullshit. Segun, I like your wisdom. I get. You sure say I get so? Don Vasa, thank you so much. That would say if you are intelligent, you are still fighting about that person. Don't fight now. Don't fight. No worries. Leave him. From Johannesburg, was surprised to see that some people have more than one PVC card. We need to watch out, but God will help us. So, yes, God will help us, but we also have works to do. Kenix, say last night, no, and problem, old, problem, this one, I'm not sure it's in English language, yo. Kenix, you are deleting your message. Half half Omo, you. I don't understand. Okay. K-Mix, thank you. Daudu show say Donado run to SDP. They will be running up and down. Now, what do you expect? Don Versa say SDP and NLC still they exist. I'm not sure say NLC still exist, but some people are trying to repackage SDP from what I heard. Most Nigerians are serving their pastors instead of serving God. Let me give you one yarn. If you abuse Jesus now, say that Jesus self, just get sense. How can you just go and die uselessly? Nobody go fight you. Talking for inside church, they don't go fight. They'll just say, God forgive you. But abuse their bishop, abuse the pastor. Like if you yab Jesus on this one now, for instance, you fit test them, yab Jesus. They will just say God forgive you. But yab Olukoya, Yab Oyedepo or Yab Adeboye, they will come after you. So it goes to show who they are serving. And let me give you another instance of who people that go to church serve. I told some people that what they are worshiping is Oyedepo and Adeboye. They say no. Say it is God that they are going to serve. And I asked them a question. I said, why is it that redemption camp, when at the redemption camp, when an invited guest minister is preaching, you people don't stand up to pray. You don't. Go and check. People just sit down and be doing. That is when they want to go and buy drink, vigil milk. That is when they want to go and buy water. That's when they want to use toothpick to remove pieces of meat hanging in their rig and teeth. But the moment Adeboye comes on pulpits, it's like God has come. Now tell me, who are they worshiping? Because at the end of the day, the other pastors that came to minister before Adeboye that were invited, you didn't count them to be, you didn't count them to be deserving of, leading the prayer points for you, because you don't think that you are communicating to God through them. I don't understand until Adeboye comes. Now, who therefore are you worshiping? Be sincere with yourself. Right? Let's continue. Most Nigerians are serving their own. That's what I just responded to. Segun, please stop talking about religion here. You are wasting our time. Sorry about that. There's religion in politics and there's politics in religion. Alright, let's continue. That's a good idea, Segun. Thank you, Moses Abi Ibukun. Says, I missed this. I've checked your channel twice, but you weren't there. Is it possible to stick to a particular time? Yes, it's still 9:30 p.m. It's just that traffic was hell today. It wasn't easy. Who's this guy talking about Buhari? You see your life, you are congested human being. I want to see the type of followers that Showore. I don't understand. Dan the humorous said there are just two political parties in Nigeria, APC and PDP. and said the others are get together, but come 2019 APC go clear. No, that will be clear. All right. The same way some people said it is not possible to defeat incumbents in 2014, 2015 it happened. People will make statements, but they will be proven wrong. All right. Have not people like, I guess you like the situation of Nigeria. Okay, you are talking about the person that is talking about Buhari. Okay. Well, Jesus never built a church. He only builds the church in us. You're getting it, sir. You get it, sir. This one, you get it. He never, Jesus never bought jets. He was never interested in materialistic things or material things. Jesus wasn't materialistic. All right? He searched for the soul. But the pastors of these days, I don't know. They are making you doubt that there's heaven. You know why? Because when they are trying to get everything they can get on earth, and they are telling you that your own reward is in heaven, that you should wait for heaven, it makes you doubt, if you have common sense, that what about you to wait for heaven before you enjoy all these mansions you are building and all these things? How about you also wait? Okay, I'm sorry, my pocket is the one typing gibberish language. Okay, Knix. Yeah, okay, I see. All right, thank you so much for clarifying that. Shilawadu Martins Abeke said the issue of people having 2 or more PVC will be addressed by INEC. Definitely, hopefully. Who loves Shilawadu here? I don't know who that is. Sorry. All the people in government are working, but how many of them are working for the people? Almost none, and that's why our country is the way it is. Don Vesta said, this is one of the reasons why I like your wisdom. Hey, Jesus, do I really have? I'm just doing something. I don't know whether I get it. I raised the electricity. Baba, this evening, Baba, this serving God talk is just simple to clarify. Just make the Bible your standard and live by it. Shikena. Thank you, God bless you. But soon say, Segun, you are right about the example you gave about RCCG camp. It's exactly the same here in America too. People are just worshiping and serving their pastors, not God. Lagos State needs to construct more routes to avoid traffic. Thank you, Edward. Well, I haven't read the comments that I can immediately take so far, and more are still coming in. I want to say thank you all for coming on tonight. I know we really started the show a bit late, and not even a bit. I was almost an hour, even not exactly 1 hour late before I started the show. Traffic was crazy, and I apologize once again for it. I hope that I should not start late from tomorrow or anytime in future. All right. Let me tell you, the same way people are dying for sure is what happens in the church. The same way multitude follow Jesus during his time. So it's about the love and interest. If people are dying for Jesus or falling in love with you, it's a different thing. But they're already worshiping their pastors. That's what we are saying. It's different. Okay? The people people are there to serve at the way, not God. That's why their prayers are not answered. Don't worry. Maybe the moment we hit 20,000 subscribers on this page, because I don't want to just share it and let it die. It's a special story of my life that made me leave Redeemed Christian Church of God. That made me leave, because like I said earlier, at age 19 I was already an assistant pastor in Redeemed, and I'm not joking, a good one at that. But I left. I'll tell you this. I will just dedicate one special day talking about why I left RCCG. Alright? That day will come. My fellow brothers and sisters, thank God for internet with social media. Nigeria will and must change. I am praying so too. Now big Bible go kill that guy with the support Pastor Segun. Say amen. I don't understand what you people are saying. Okay, my fellow brothers and sisters, thank God. Okay, I think I read that already. Segun, please stop. Don't be talking about pastors, because some members love the pastors, cannot be changed. And we need these votes to win AAC. Do you know that even if you don't talk about it, someday they too will realize that this man, they fool us. I know one guy who didn't know that his pastor was sleeping with his fiancée. The day he got to know, and we told him that, don't you know that that guy is a fake? He said he blamed us for not telling him what we knew about the pastor or what we suspected. So let us